You are listening to Trophy Horse with your hosts, Tricky Mick, Alex, I Yield to No One,
Steve,
and Troy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trophy Wars. This is episode 359. I'm your host, Tricky Mick. Alongside with me, he brings the awesome every single week. It's I Yield to No One.
I don't know about you guys. I'm enjoying my long weekend.
If I had a long weekend, I'd tell you I was enjoying mine.
I'm enjoying mine. Most people are having 3 days off. I took 5.
Ooh.
So,
I only have 2.
Look at you.
yeah, look at me.
The man we've been looking at is the man with the master of the dual screens. He's Mr. Steven Fontana.
Oh boy, it is like Nam Infirmary in the Fontana household. Everyone's sick, both kids, the wife. I know it's coming for me. It's inevitable, but I'm here.
Are you wearing a surgical mask?
I sure should be. I've been Purelling myself every half hour. I've been spraying everything down with Lysol. This hand, foot, and mouth shit is no joke. It is horrible. But I'm here, and I got to play some video games, so I'm all right with that.
Speaking of video games, with video games on the PlayStation, there comes trophies. And we get trophies. We tell you what we got every week. I am level 37, total trophies of 9,480 with 103 platinums. Alex is level 30, total trophies of 6,674 with 99 platinums. Loser. Yield is what?
Level 27 with a trophy count of 5427 and a platinum count of 84.
Loser. Steve?
Hi, I'm level 15. I have a total trophy count of 2,021, and I have 10 platinum trophies.
I'm not going to call you a loser because you're on your way up. You started at the bottom, and now you're at the top.
Now I'm here.
Sid is level 34, total trophies of 7,565 with 128 platinums. Speaking of Sid,
Tricky
I gotta tell you guys.
Loser.
No, I gotta tell you. Well, I'll take loser with Sid. Apparently, the last 2 episodes I have screwed up in the edit, and I put the same Sophie's trophies in a total of 3 weeks in a row.
Epic fail.
So with that,
that makes my Nintendo dual screens debacle this morning seem all less important now, less of a fuck up.
So when we get the Sophie's trophies, you're gonna get a back-to-back Sophie's trophies.
Oh my!
Got to make up for it.
So you're gonna have like 45 minutes of Sid.
Yeah, and not only that, but there's 8 topics this week plus 2 topics of the week, so that's 10 topics. And there's also, and you know, Tricky's going to read at least 6 of these 8 articles.
Word for word.
So we're here. We're here for the long haul, people. Sit down, hydrate, make sure you kiss your loved ones goodbye, because this is going to be a trip.
All right, so let's get into what we're playing. Steven, we'll start with you. Other than playing Sterilize the House, what have you been playing?
All right, so you noticed that those plats moved quite a bit. Did we speak about that last time I was on? I don't remember.
We did. I don't know that you were at 10 at that time.
No, I got the My Name is Mayo as my 10th platinum, and I did that on purpose. It was all by design.
And you won't get it on the Vita now.
That's where I got it on the Vita. That's where I got it.
Oh, excuse me. You won't get it on the PS4 now.
Yeah, I refuse. That was... Okay, I knew nothing about the trophy list going in. I didn't look it up. I never looked that shit up. I just heard that all you got to do is tap for like 10,000 times and you're basically done. So I did that and nothing was popping. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then I decided to Google. I'm like, fuck, I got to do at least 6,000 more taps with all these dumbass costumes on and crap. What a waste.
There's missions in there.
It was a waste of 3 hours.
3 hours of your life you'll never get back.
But I got the platinum, so there it is. It's there. I actually started Doom last night.
How is that?
Finally.
I've heard good things about that.
It is one hell of a rush. Play with headphones for sure. the only issue that I'm having with it is that it's frenetically paced. It's really fast paced, and that's the point. But the sensitivity is a little too high for me. It's hard for me to get accurate shots. Apparently, that's not the point. The point is to just shoot wildly and then melee people to death. But it's a gorgeous game. It's fun as hell. It's challenging. And it sounds awesome. Like, the music is fucking awesome. But yeah, I just started that last night. I played for about 2 hours.
All right. Yield, what have you been playing?
Oh, so let's see here. Been playing some Everybody's Golf. They had an update, and they're doing a online tournament. So I played the course. I'll find out in a couple of days whether I qualify. I think I did. Whether you qualify for the
I think I did.
for the finals. So we'll see how it works out. I've been playing some Trackmania Turbo. Fired up Rocket Birds 2 Evolution. Got through the Score Attack, A Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now I'm just down to going through and playing on Survivor to get the platinum for that game. And come to find out that Score Attack I thought would be the end of me. But then when I realized that I shouldn't be playing it the way that I played the game.
So you were playing it wrong.
I was playing it wrong. I was going through, the best way to do it is just to go through and use cards that somebody in the top 1,000, because they only keep 1,000 of the best scores. So whoever's in the top 1,000, just use one of their cards. It only costs you 2,000 credits. So you just kind of...
All right, you've lost me. What do you mean by use their cards?
So for Score Attack, you get cards, whether it's like one life to live. So basically, if you die, you're done. You have to start all over. You've got...
Okay.
And what it does, it's like a multiplier. So like if you use one life to live, it's times 100. It's 100%. If you use like start with no ammo, it could be 125%. So you can use up to 5 cards. The harder ones you use, then you get that much of a multiplier at the end to get your score way high to get the gold medal. So I was always using one that you had, even if you did start with no ammo, you used the card that was minus 50%, and it was infinite poison arrows. Well, stupid me, I wasn't living on the poison arrows, even though I had infinite poison arrows. So when I made the comment the last time on that it was going to be the death of me, I was using the poison arrows, but I wasn't living on them like I should be. And once that kind of clicked, I breezed through the rest of Score Attack. Pretty simple. You just pick the one that you got infinite poison arrows. And you just live on the poison arrows. You only use the gun when you have to or if you feel like it. And you just live on poison arrows and kind of just waltz through the game. So, like I said, I've knocked that out. Now I'm just down to beat the game on Survivor, which I did that on purpose. I wanted that to be my final playthrough. And I'm probably like halfway through the story, I think. And then all I got to do is go back and mess around with either Endurance or Cold Darkness, some of the DLC stuff. So,
understood.
So then I've also been playing some Mud Runners, Jackbox Party 1 and 2. Fired up some Rocket League. I have yet to try the club system because they added an update, added more trophies to it. So I have yet to kind of dive into that, but I'll just mess around some Rocket League. My nieces were over this weekend. They had never played it. My one niece was like, I've seen it on the computer. It looks really cool. And I'm like, well, then sit down here. We're going to play some Rocket League. So we did that. I did that. And then I've also been spending a lot of my time this week playing Strange Brigade.
I don't know much about that. What's that about?
So it's made by Rebellion. The developer that's made is mostly known for Zombie Army Trilogy and Sniper Elite. And it's kind of a campy 1930s game where you're a group of mainly British, kind of like a secret organization that goes around and takes care of supernatural phenomena.
Kind of like the X-Files.
Not quite X-File-ish, but maybe you can link that to it. But they're going around, they're looking for somebody opened up a tomb from an Egyptian witch named Sadeki, and you're kind of going around trying to find clues and slow down her process to try to take over the world. And it's really campy. Like, you got a narrator as you play along, and even during the cutscenes when you're like getting your mission, and the four main characters are talking back and forth to the lady giving the mission out. The narrator is still kind of narrating, kind of going, he's like rooting for the group or the CADs and stuff like that. So it's cool. I enjoy it. Controls are a little. I don't want tankish might be the wrong word. They're like you can stop running and you still kind of feel like you run for a couple of extra steps. So they're not super tight, but that's really the only complaint I got. I'm enjoying the game. The only other big deal is that it's not like couch co-op. It's co-op, but it's online co-op.
It's annoying.
I wish that you could do couch co-op because that would be fun playing with 4 players, split screen. But those are just those are just like minor complaints. Nothing to really take away from the game as a whole.
That's a problem that I have a lot with the indie games on Switch. It's very difficult to find a lot of like action RPG type games that actually are couch co-op.
Yeah, I've started to see lately kind of like the return of co-op games.
Yeah.
But they seem to be more online co-op. And I'm like, well, we're headed in the right direction, but I still like to see couch co-op.
Just give the option.
Yeah,
that's all.
And maybe, who knows? Maybe maybe enough people will ask about it. Maybe they'll patch it in. I don't know. There's some DLC that they've already kind of announced as like a 3-part campaign. So I was kind of like, well, I'll finish playing out the game. I'm enjoying it so far. Maybe I'll pick up the season pass. I don't know. I'm always iffy on season passes because even though they do give you campaign, the vast majority of your money feels like it goes towards outfits and skins and stuff like that. I don't want outfits and skins. Characters are kind of cool to a certain extent, but I want playable levels. So, other than that, I'll just wait for stuff to go on sale, and then I'll just pick up the levels individually that way and save myself a ton of money. So,
Mr. Tricky, what have you been playing?
2 games. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Actually, no, I take that back. Burnout Paradise Remastered, which I think I'm done with. I'm not even going to go for that platinum anymore. It's just too frustrating.
Really? I want to go for it, but I really need to sit down and figure out when a group of people are going to go for the 8 people in Wildcat Stadium.
That's what's aggravating me is I've done that mission 5 times, and people know the trick that you could just park outside the stadium.
Yeah.
And it triggers the mission. Because the problem is you get 8 people inside that stadium, everybody wants to turn it into a demolition derby, and then it never resyncs, so people just stay outside so they get out of the demolition derby. But the trophy, you have to be inside the stadium.
Well, see, this is where you need, basically 8 people who are just serious about getting it, not just 8 random douches.
Right. Which I might just set up a gamer night to do that.
You might have to. I need it. You need it. There's a buddy who's already got it, but he'd be willing to jump in to help us get it. So we only
Stink Palm.
need 5 more. Okay, so there's 4. So you need 4 more.
So all right. So with that being said, the other game I've been playing is Fallout Shelter. I'm just getting everybody up to all their stats up and up to level 50. I already have the platinum. Just going back. I'm giving up all hope that that game is ever going to release more trophies. And the other game I've been playing is The Division, which I'm really getting back into now because now you can start unlocking everything for The Division 2. So I'm going back and I'm getting everything. I was leveling up Daryl. Joseph Priestley's up to 30, so we got him going. I got to get you leveled up to level 30 so we can get you going. But just right before we recorded, I was playing the West Side Piers, which was something they added to the division after release. And it's just basically 3 different sections where it's endless waves, and every 5 levels is a boss battle, and you have to restock, you have to upgrade the equipment around you. It's really fun, but you gotta go in there with a team, and everybody's gotta talk and whatnot. So, and you have to get to level 20 in each of the 3 sections. I was just doing my first section today, and we got all the way up to level 19 and died.
Oh, frustrating.
Literally right before we recorded. I was about to message you guys and like, yo, I'm going to be late. I got to get to level 20. But we died with like 5 minutes to go. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stop playing and go record. So that's all I've been playing. And now Jeff Hanna is now trolling me on Facebook, sending me Sea of Thieves pictures. Jeff Hanna, I don't play Crapbox. Sorry. All right, so with that, let's get into our topics. First topic, which is customary at the beginning of the month, every month, is we tell you what you're going to get for PlayStation Plus.
Yay! Is this going to be a month where I actually get something?
Well,
not that the last few months have been bad. It's just I've already had those games. I own them in my catalog already.
oh well, PlayStation Plus, they gave us 2 games, Destiny 2 and God of War 3 Remastered.
No, I'll probably put that in my library. I have to play 1 and 2 first, but...
Now, before you're hearing this, I know you're hearing this late, but instead of having to wait until the first Tuesday of the month to get the games, they actually released Destiny 2 on September 1st, so you didn't have to wait.
I noticed that this weekend.
So with that being said,
wait, I don't want to interrupt you, but did you also see that if you buy the Taken King? Was that the most recent one, Taken King or some shit like that? What's the most recent?
Forsaken, I think, is the newest.
Something like that. If you buy that at like Best Buy or something, they're giving away the disc for Destiny 2.
Are they really?
They're just throwing it in there. They just put it in the package with it.
Well, they did say that Sony's made available to subscribers that can try out 24-hour free trial of Forsaken. So you could do that. Rounding out the month's lineup for the PlayStation 3, our games are Another World Anniversary Edition and QUBE, I guess that's Cubed, Director's Cut, as well as the Vita games Sparkle 2 and Foul Play. All games are cross-buy and available to play on the PlayStation 4. Here They Lie, a first-person horror VR game, will also remain available through October 2nd. Knowledge is Power, a PlayLink trivia game, will also be available until November 6th. So some good games in there.
Yeah.
Steven, something we talked about last week.
We did.
We were talking about the PSN search bar. Well, apparently they didn't wait until the new firmware. They just released it into the PlayStation Store. So
I noticed that.
The new search function incorporates the same virtual keyboard the PS4 owners have used to enter credit card information or search for friends over the PSN for years, but now it is in the store.
I wonder if, like, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, which is good, because I think the last PlayStation Store update I liked may have been the second or third one back on the 3, where it was like, it made things a lot more... I mean, it was still annoying, but after a while, you got really used to it, and then after that, every time they update the store, they just seem to muck it up more.
Yeah, when they switched from the store being a browser to being like an actual app, that was like the biggest one, I think. That was nice when they did that.
All right. By the time you hear us next time, I don't mean Steven will be playing some Spider-Man.
Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man does. Can he swing? Yes, he can, because he's got all the web. Look out. Here comes Spider-Man.
Okay, Insomniac Games Community Director James Stevenson revealed Tuesday on the PlayStation blog that the schedule and details for the first DLC from Marvel Spider-Man, The City That Never Sleeps. The DLC will consist of 3 installments, with the first chapter being Marvel's Spider-Man The Heist, and will release on October 23rd. The Heist focuses on Felicia Hardy, also known as Black Cat, and features new missions and challenges for players, along with new faction of enemies and 3 additional Spider-Man suits. The second and third installments include Marvel Spider-Man Turf Wars, which releases November, and Spider-Man Silver Lining, which is going to come out in December. Further details on the last 2 chapters have not been revealed, but Stevenson said that each release will feature new story mission challenges and suits to unlock. Now, I hate to do this because I'm tired of having this conversation, but the game is coming out Friday, in 2 days as you're hearing this show. And then a little over 2 months later, we're going to be getting our first DLC, and then every month after that. Don't you guys feel this is a little too soon for DLC?
Well, then that tells you the story's been wrapped up for the longest time, and they shifted over to the DLC. And all they were doing was another group, I would assume, or shouldn't assume, that I figured that they were just polishing up the game. But yeah, I do kind of agree with you, that it might be a little soon. But lucky for me, that I have decided that I'm not picking Spider-Man up right away. So, no,
Shame on you.
I'm going to get it. I've just decided that I'm going to wait.
Shame.
Well, I was talking to a guy at GameStop when I picked up Strange Brigade. There's just so much games coming out this year that my wallet may not really be able to take it. It probably could take it. I have to work more overtime. But I just decided that I got Strange Brigade. I've already committed to Red Dead. I know I'm getting Wreckfest when it comes out. So there's a couple of...
Tomb Raider.
I think I'm going to wait on that a little bit. I might pick them up Black Friday.
What?
The only Tomb Raider I've bought day one was the first one. The first reboot one. I didn't pick...
And I bought you the second one for Christmas.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Absolutely did.
You absolutely did not. I picked it up like last year or a couple years ago for Black Friday.
Then you have 2 copies of it because I sent you a digital code for it.
No, you didn't.
We're not going to have this debate.
You've gotten me...
Mommy and Daddy, stop fighting.
Star Wars Battlefront. And
don't make me turn this car around.
And Ghost Recon.
No, Ghost Recon you bought off of me.
No, that was my Christmas gift.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I must interject.
Go ahead.
Oh boy.
There was a tweet. I forgot who it was from, and I was looking for it, but I can't seem to locate it. But the listener, you can look this up unless Tricky, you know which one I'm talking about. But they came out in defense of the DLC coming out so soon to the release, basically saying that they had these ideas for this DLC, for these additional stories throughout the development of the game, but they didn't quite fit in the narrative of the game, so they built them separately and are releasing them afterwards because they don't necessarily tie into their overall story of what they were trying to tell. They're kind of asides almost. So with that being said, it really doesn't bother me too much. You're still getting a 20 plus hour experience out of the box, so it doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah, but also it's coming out on October 23rd, which is 4 days before Red Dead?
Yeah.
This is their way to try and stay relevant. Yeah, I mean, it's smart. Because people are going to beat Spider-Man in a week, if not less, at a weekend. And instead of trading the game in, they wait a month, get a new DLC, and then, instead of trading it in again, they wait another month, get another DLC. That's kind of it's smart on their part. They don't want all those things traded in before Black Friday. They want people buying the game new on Black Friday.
Okay. Let's move on to our next bit of story here. BioWare has announced at PAX West that Anthem is going to get a demo, and that demo will be live on February 1st for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Well, good for the Anthem followers. I'm just like, yawn.
But why are we getting a demo announcement 4.5 months early?
Because that means you're not getting the game until this time next year.
I thought we were getting it in February, aren't we? Isn't Anthem coming out in February?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm being a smart ass because I don't care.
I'm looking up.
I don't care about Anthem.
It does look February 22nd. Yeah.
Maybe they've been getting a lot of questions about is there going to be a demo for it. Like I said, I'm just like, whatever. Destiny, Anthem, I'm just like, whatever.
All right. What about Rocket League? You like Rocket League?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Rocket League is getting a limited time progression system, the Rocket Pass, and it will go live on September 5th. So as you're hearing this, it was yesterday, 10 a.m. Pacific, California time, and will run through November 26th. Psyonix announced the Rocket Pass will be available on all platforms. With both free and premium versions, Rocket Pass challenges players increase their tier to earn new unlocks by completing matches. The premium Rocket Pass costs 10 keys, or $10 American, and includes up to 70 tiers worth of rewards, more than double the free versions of 29. Premium players can also continue advancing past the 70th tier to unlock painted and certified versions of some Rocket League items. All items are cosmetic only. Players can also spend keys to reach the next tier quicker as opposed to grinding out experience points through play. Boo.
Pay to win.
Psyonix is... Well... because this is cosmetic only.
But in a sense, instead of actually working for it, you're just paying for it. But it's all cosmetic, right. So it's decals for your car, wheels, just smoke, whatever, just stuff like that.
Psyonix is calling this Rocket Pass 1 and has announced that another limited time run will follow. When the first season ends, players will keep all of their rewards except experience points multipliers, and all players will return to Tier 1 at the start of the second season.
That's fine.
So there you go.
There you go.
In a dumb moment, did you guys see that Fortnite was exclusively released on Android for the Galaxy Note 9? And now it's come to all phones. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yep.
Okay. But apparently, there's another thing goes with it. There is another exclusive skin that you could only unlock if you play the game on a Galaxy Note 9 or a Tab S4. So what people are doing is going to the local store and going up to the demo phone and logging into their Fortnite account on the demo phones.
Smart.
I'm
glad these people exist, Tricky. I'm glad people like this exist in this world.
Samsung has released a notice saying, please do not install any information.
What in God's name is happening?
My phone went off.
Oh, I hope nobody died.
That was your phone?
That was my phone.
Samsung has issued a statement saying, please do not install any information or download onto the demo phones. Thank you. While Epic has not banned any accounts or stepped in to stop, all retail stores are cracking down and keeping a close watch.
Yeah, if I ran one of those mom and pop shops, I'd put a big sign out front that says, log into your Fortnite, get the costume here, check out the Note 9.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's exactly what I'd be doing. Check it out, Mom and Dad. This phone's great. It does everything.
Well, there is something to it. All players need to do is download Fortnite on the phone, log into their Epic account, and play at least 3 matches. So you have to stand there and play 3 matches, which is very simple. You just drop down, die, drop down, die, drop down, die.
Yeah, you got to fake browse quite a long time.
So there you go. Another bit of weird news: Streets of Rage 4 has been announced.
Yes.
The brand new Streets of Rage title is being developed by Lizard Cube and Guard Crush, and will once again feature Axel and Blaze as the playable characters. Streets of Rage 4 is a direct continuation of Sega's arcade brawler series, sport hand-drawn visuals from Blizzard Cube alongside new gameplay mechanics, solo and co-op play, new stages, and an original story. No release date or platform has been announced.
If this thing doesn't have couch co-op, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be Steve of Rage, is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so pissed. Also, tinfoil hat moment. I have a feeling they're gonna reveal a third character eventually because the art that they showed for this, like the logo or cover art or whatever, what the hell's her name? Blaze. She's like a third bigger than Axel on that cover. I feel like if they shrunk her down to like match his scale, there'd be plenty of room for a third character. So there's my tinfoil hat moment. Calling it right here, folks. Predictions for whatever thing we do next. That's my prediction.
Do you have a tinfoil hat moment?
No.
All right. Well, Yves Gubon has tinfoil moment. Ubisoft CEO Yves Gubon pictures the future of games. This is coming from Gamescom.
Nice
this
segue.
article, thank you. This article is coming from IGN and is written by Andrew Goldfarb. Now, I only say that because I'm going to read a little bit of this because, to be honest, I didn't read this ahead of time. Yves Gubon has big ideas about the future of gaming beyond just the better graphics and more power for new systems. Gubon sees a future where the concept of home consoles would change altogether and games could embrace new technology to grow in major ways. Speaking to IGN, Gubon described a vision he's laid out many times in the past that the future of home gaming will arrive via streaming. Quote, technology is actually going in that direction. The machines will be more powerful and the system to transfer data will be more efficient. So at one point, you will have a better experience streaming something than having to buy a machine and change the machine regularly, end quote. To Gumont, this doesn't necessarily mean that we traditionally play games will go away, but he does see an undeniable trend in the way people are playing and buying Ubisoft games. Quote, I think it's difficult to say, but what we see there is a trend. Before it was not necessary to be connected, today's games evolve over time. 95% or even 98% of the people that play our games are continuously taking the free maps or new events, the updates we do on a regular basis, end quote. So, what do you guys think about all that?
You go first, Yield.
The concept of not making a new console and everything being digital.
Does that scare you at all?
No, it wouldn't surprise me because we have said there's not much more they can do. All that they can do is make your NPC smarter and make things prettier. You can't. We're pretty much graphically. We've argued we've stated several times. Your eye can only see what 1080, not even really 1080. Is it?
Well, they said you can't really. Your eye can't tell the difference between 720 and 1080.
There you go. So really, the consoles are. You're not going to get graphical jumps like we got every generation. So going to an all streaming thing, it's quite possible that here is like the next system, and it'll be the only other system you'll ever have to buy. That is a possibility. The only thing that I fear is then they'll break down more frequently because it's the only system you ever need to buy. So if it breaks down, no biggie, go buy a new one. It's really just a key to play them because everything's in the cloud or whatever.
Yeah, I think, it's really starting with this whole Xbox One thing, with the whole leasing of a system. I think that it's a very distinct possibility that we start getting these smaller boxes, essentially a Steam box, but for PlayStation or for Microsoft games. The thing that kind of scares me a little bit about this is when a publisher thinks this way, when somebody that works for a publisher thinks that way, are we going to have to go out and buy the Square Enix box to stream all the games exclusively on the, from Square Enix? Are we going to have to buy the Capcom box if we want to play Capcom games? That's kind of because then they'll just cut out the middleman, publish their own games, their own systems, and it wouldn't have that much overhead because these systems aren't actually running the games themselves. I don't know. It's technology's there, but it's not there for everybody.
Every dev making their own system to run their own games.
Well, it wouldn't be a system. It would just it's essentially a Raspberry Pi. It doesn't really need. It just needs some hard drive space, like a solid state drive and a couple of controller ports. It's not doing any of the graphical calculations. It's not doing any of the AI calculations. Everything's being done in the cloud. So really, these things are essentially just little hubs.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a software company making hardware, and that's basically where Sony, that's where they lay their hat at night. I mean, listen, I've said this many times on the show before. The reason that I always say with Sony over Microsoft is because Microsoft is a software company, Sony's a hardware company. Sony's always going to make the better system. Microsoft is always going to make the better software. Now, I understand that that's a little weird to say, knowing that now we have the Xbox One X, which is the most powerful system on the market.
And they also haven't made a good game in 4 years. So they're lacking in the software part, too.
But you're now talking about somebody who focuses strictly on making a good game, now being able to put out something technology-wise that's going to be able to run their game. I think no matter if we do move to an all-digital future where we are streaming our games, I think we're still going to have Sony and Microsoft, and apparently Google throwing their hat in the ring, apparently, where they're going to make the systems and we'll be able to stream the games through those consoles.
Let me rephrase, because maybe an actual physical box is not the way that it will happen, but you know how you have games launching through the Steam portal and stuff? I could imagine there being an app, like a Square Enix app. Well, they already have that. They have a Final Fantasy. They have an app on the phone that you could launch all the Final Fantasy games, like the old games from.
Right.
I could imagine that there's just an app on your TV. They could put it right in the TV. I mean, they have it already for Netflix is built into TVs. Like, they have all these apps. Twitch is built into TVs. So you have all these things now. I can imagine they say, we don't need consoles anymore. We're doing everything on our end from the cloud. So, yeah, okay, we'll still put it on consoles, but also we'll just release our app, let you download it on anything, and stream directly to your TV.
And I understand what you're saying, but you're also, at what you're saying, you're also assuming that the TV can run that game.
Well, the TV doesn't have to run the game. Again, you're not understanding how this technology works. It's not doing any of the computations. All it is doing is receiving a video signal, and that's it. It is not actually doing any sort of number crunching or anything. That's why the Steam boxes that you buy on Amazon, they're like $30 because there's nothing in them. All it needs is a broadband adapter and minor onboard RAM to run the program, and that's it. Essentially, that's all it needs.
Okay. I'm not going to debate this with you. I still think you're still going to need the hardware on our end to be able to do it. But I understand what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I just happen to disagree with you. So
he's telling you you're wrong.
Well, it's all right.
Well, no. I understand what he's saying because all the computations will be done on the developer side. That all they really need is to be able to stream the picture. I just think he's wrong about that. I think there has to be some kind of technology on our end, and it can't all run from there because then you have the problems like with PlayStation Now, where essentially all that does was streaming it, but unless you had a broadband or you were hardwired, it ran like shit.
Right, and that's all you really need. All you need is to plug the thing in. Like, the PS4 does not do any sort of graphical... It does zero processing of the PS3 games that you're playing because the system is not backwards compatible. But if you're playing a PS Now game that's a PS3 or PS2 game or PS1 game, it's all being done remotely. Every single bit of information, the only thing that the console is doing is receiving the image and putting it on your TV. It is not processing the image, and it's taking your button input and sending it to the computer that's actually doing the computations. That's all it's doing.
Right, but also the PlayStation 4 or your TV, the technology is far more advanced than what the PS2 or the PS3 required. That's why I'm saying it has to be on our end too.
It's not. I mean, it's not going to be as much as you think. I mean, it's these things. These people are running remote play. Think about how you run remote play. Like, you could run your PS4 on your Vita, and your Vita is a piece of shit.
Hey, don't talk bad about the Vita.
It kind of is. It's got 512 megs of RAM. They stopped putting the 512 megs of RAM in computers like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe longer.
Don't talk bad.
That's all. I listen. I'm saying the Vita was
Greg
underpowered.
And Colin are going to kick you off Vita Island.
Vita was underpowered when it was made, and look at it this way: Japan is streaming Resident Evil 7 on the Switch right now. So I mean, it's possible, and I think we're closer than you think.
I'm calling Colin and Greg, and I'm going to getting you kicked off of Vita Island.
I am part of the Vita Island Secret Police.
Not no more. You're not.
Me and
Talk
Lola
bad about the Vita.
knocking on doors.
All right. With that being said, we're going to send it over across the pond to Sid for 2 episodes of Sophie's Trophies.
A double dose.
See you in an hour.
Hello guys, welcome back to Sophie's Trophies, episode 46. This week guys, it's the second of the PSP God of War games, Ghost of Sparta. Now, I will be honest with you guys, this is probably my least played God of War, so I am going to be very, very vague on some of these trophies, but I will do my best for you. As always, platinum first, people. The ghost with the most, collect all of the trophies. This one, guys, 7.4%, very rare trophy. There Will Be Consequences, Sink Atlantis, 71.8% common trophy, that one, guys. Like I said, bit fuzzy on the whole thing, but I believe this is a story trophy. The Puppy Mill, Break the Grinder. This one is a 70.0% common trophy, guys. I do remember this one. There is an area in the game where there is a big grinding machine type thing. It's either going to kill you or the dogs. You have to throw a lot of dogs into it before a set amount of time. I can't quite remember it completely, but I do remember you do have to kick the puppies into the grinder, so for anyone who doesn't like dogs, it is a perfect part of a game. Just to let you know, guys, I love dogs and I would never do that. Straight Flush, Survive the Vortex. This one is a 56.5% common trophy. Again, story related one, that, guys. I do remember that. I can't quite remember what the vortex is. I'm guessing it's some kind of watery area, and I'm guessing it has to do with Atlantis. That Hit the Spot, 54.9% common trophy. Kill Linnaeus, I believe it is. Can't quite pronounce that one. A Bridge to the Past, Raise the Bridge to Death's Domain, 54.4% common trophy. Again, story-related trophy, that one, guys. Dental Work, Rip Out Skylar's Jaw, or Scylla's Jaw, I'm not quite sure. This is an 89.9% common trophy. I do remember this one. It is a big boss-type creature that you have to kill. Quite a good fight from what I can remember of it. A Mother's Sacrifice, Kill Callisto. 78.1% common trophy, that one, guys. Yippee-ki-yay, Escape the Burning Building. I do remember this bit, guys. It's kind of a almost on rails type section. Well, the whole game's on rails, but it is a rushed on rails section. You've got to do certain things at certain times, swing across certain gaps, jump across certain gaps. You know the drill by now with this kind of game, guys. You just basically have to rush out and do everything you can as quick as you can. This one, guys, 64.5% common trophy. Ghost in the Machine, Deactivate the Crusher. 52.9% common trophy, that one, guys. So do what it says, deactivate the Crusher. Let him win. Finish Demos battle. 52% common trophy, this one, guys. Demos is your little brother. That's about all I remember from this game, to be honest, story-wise. You do have your little brother in there. You have a little fight with him on more than one occasion, I believe. The makings of a god. Upgrade any weapon. So, as always, just upgrade a weapon, guys. 77.4% common trophy. Fool's Gold. Kill King Midas. 57.1% common trophy. Spartans Stand Tall. Save Demos. That one is a 51.9% common trophy. I have to say, guys, story-wise with this game, like I say, I can't remember any of it, but I do remember a few of the bosses vaguely. The Midas fight was a good fight. This next trophy, the Death of Death, which is kill Thanatos, 51.7% common trophy. I do remember that boss being quite a good fight as well, guys. Disarmed, kill Erinis. They do pick some names with these, don't they? 60.7% common trophy, so do what that says, kill that person. Hero's Welcome, entertain the brothel whores, 52.0% common trophy. Again, sex mini game. They had a thing for this back then in these games, and I have to say, guys, I'm so glad that that is not included in the new God of War, to be honest. Ares Who, kill the dissenter, that is a 59.6% common trophy. Inner child abuse, defeat your inner self, 58.8% common trophy. Blades of Fire, acquire Thera's Bane, 75.7% common trophy. That is your fire weapon for this game. Kill Skylar, Screwed, that one's called, by the way, Kill Skylar. 72.4% common trophy, so at one stage you rip the jaw off, and when you meet it again, I believe you actually kill it that time. Much the same as the other creature in the first PSP game, which I can't remember the name of. I Can't Believe It, collect all Gorgon Eyes, that is a 50.4% common trophy. Bird Flu, collect all Phoenix Feathers, that is a 36.7% common trophy. And Mess with the Bull, collect all the Minotaur Horns, that is a 41.7% common trophy. Now, the Minotaur Horns, guys, are new to this game. So just bear that in mind. That is a different collectible to the all previous God of Wars. Burning Sensation, incinerate 500 enemies. That is a 10.2% very rare trophy. Do what it says, burn them. Master of Arms, completely upgrade all weapons and magic. That is a 33.8% rare trophy. So you may have to start a new game plus to do that, to finish it off. I'd imagine that's the case. I'd hit that, execute a 200 hit combo. That one, guys, 47.7% rare trophy. Collisions, throw 10 enemies into other enemies. That is a 51.5% common trophy. Very explainable, that one, isn't it, guys? Heartless, rip out 10 Keris Wraith enemy hearts. 41.9% rare trophy. So I kind of remember them, guys. They're like the Wraiths from the other games. You have to grab them when they've lost enough energy and you will take their hearts out. The Midas Trick, attempt to open the golden chest for 30 seconds. That is a 15.2% rare trophy. Easy enough one, guys. There is a golden chest and you do the action, which is hold the right trigger or one of the right triggers to pull the chest up to open it. Just keep hold of it until that trophy pops, guys. Make her scream. Make a Titan scream for over a minute. That is a 9.0 very rare trophy. God Amongst Men, beat the challenge of the gods, 8.7 very rare trophy. So, as always, guys, the challenges, they're not too bad, and again, you can save in between each one, so it's not as bad as God of War 1. Treasure Hunter. Collect all of the godly possessions. 9.7%. Very rare trophy. Again, these are hidden around the levels. There are probably 6, I believe, to do with each of the gods you encounter. So just keep an eye out for them, guys, and you will get them. I do believe they do something in New Game Plus, so they will probably give you invincibility, give you extra orbs, that kind of thing. Execute a 1000 hit combo. This one's greatest hits. It is a 16.7% rare trophy. Only one remains. Finish the game. 51.7% common trophy. So, that one can be got on easy. Zeus May Cry. Finish the game. Hard mode. That is a 12.4% very rare trophy. So, play the game on hard mode, guys, and you'll get the finish the game at the same time. So, yeah, sorry, guys, I can't remember the story at all, but it is basic God of War. It is, from what I remember of it, it was a very, very impressive technical feat on the PSP, and they did a rather nice job on the God of War collection on the PS3. I do wish they'd re-release them again, to be honest. I would love to play through them again. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Quite a short one, really, because, like I say, I can't really remember the game that well. As I'm talking about it, I'm getting little flashes of things I can kind of remember, but nothing solid or concrete. But that is the trophy list for that game, guys. A relatively easy one, to be honest. It's not a very long game. You're probably looking at about 4 or 5 hours to complete it. So yeah, God of War, Ghost of Sparta, worth playing if you like all the other God of Wars. It's certainly not the worst God of War. I think God of War Ascension, although enjoyable, is probably the weakest God of War for me, I have to say. Which I will be covering either next week or the week after, because I can't remember which order they came out in, whether it was God of War 3 and then Ascension, which I do think it was, but I will check that. But anyway, guys, that's enough prattling on from me. As always, you can get in touch with me, Sidders1978 on the PSN, Sid at Proven Gamer on the email, at Sidney on the Twitter, or through the Trophy Whores Facebook group. So, yep, God of War, Ghost of Sparta, well worth playing, guys. I will talk to you next week. Thanks for listening, and keep getting those trophies. Bye. Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome back to Sophie's Trophies, episode 47. Just a quick thing, guys. I do apologise for my voice today. I have a bit of a cold, so unfortunately I can't seem to shift it, so I do apologise for the way I may sound. This week, guys, is a great game as far as I'm concerned. It's a bit of a coincidence, this one, guys, because it is in fact this week's PSN PlayStation Plus free game, God of War 3. The remastered is free on the PS4. If you haven't played it, guys, play it. It is a great game. And also, God of War 3 on the PS3 was the first platinum I ever got. So, anyone would think I'd planned this, but unfortunately I didn't, so I can't lay claim to that one. So we're going to get into it, guys. God of War 3, I'm using the PS3 trophy list. The trophy list is the same on the PS4. With it being a separate list, the rarity and commonality of the trophies may be different, but just to let you know, I'm doing the PS3 list. So, as always, guys, first one, King of the Hill, unlock all trophies. That one is a 2.6 ultra rare trophy, so platinum trophy, guys. You know the drill by now, guys. Releasing the Floodgates, kill Poseidon. This one is an 85.2% common trophy. Now, when you kill a god in God of War 3, it affects the world around you. So killing Poseidon makes the oceans rise up. Killing Helios makes the sky go dark. And various things like that. As we go down the list, if I do actually remember, what does what, I will certainly let you know. Basically, this is the ending of Kratos' story for the main trilogy, and he gets his revenge on the gods. At the end of the game, he basically falls off a cliff. You don't see him fall off a cliff. I think he drags himself off a cliff and disappears until he reappears in the new God of War that came out recently. What happened between then and now, I do not know. But I'm sure they will let us know at some point with a prequel game of some sort. Okay, the second trophy, guys. Bear with me a second, guys, because my PS4 pad has just literally run out of battery, so I do apologise if you hear me moving around. So I won't be a second, I will just plug this in. Very professional, this one, guys, very professional. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Second trophy, burnt to a crisp. Acquire the Bow of Apollo. That is your ranged weapon type thing. As always, a fiery bow. A little puzzle room where you acquire that one, guys. It's quite a simple puzzle. You have to push up a block to get to the end to reach a lamp to get hold of it. I say a lamp, it's something that's hanging. Mr. Hand, discover the secret Hades arm room. This one is a 72.4% common trophy. Easy enough to find, guys. When you find the big Hades statue at the top on the left hand side, you need to go to the right hand side to carry on with the level, but if you go down the left hand side you can climb up into his head under his arm or through his arm, and that will net you that trophy, guys. Shine Lord, kill Helios. 69.6% common trophy, very easy thing to do. Just beat the shit out of Helios, really. Very visceral, this kill, guys. You do it in the first person, pretty much. You do quite a bit of this game in the first person to show Kratos' brutality. And then you pull his head off. Very graphic and very satisfying, I have to say. Shoe delivery, kill Hermes and acquire his boots. This one is a 64.4% common trophy. Hermes is like a chase sequence. You have to keep up with him, doing various things, using your swing and jump and climb and all that kind of stuff. And when you catch him, you cut his legs off. I didn't do it, but I wish I did. This one is a 63.0% common trophy, guys. Kill the Poseidon Princess. Can't quite remember that one, guys. And I will be honest with you. I should remember it because I haven't actually done it twice. I did it on the PS3 and the PS4. So, unfortunately, I can't say what that one's about. Ladies' Man. Successfully entertain Aphrodite. 60.2% common trophy. Not much to say about this one, guys. It is one of the sex minigames, as always. Handyman. Sever Gaia's hand. That one is a 70.9% common trophy. Very easy one to do, that one, guys. It's relatively near the beginning of the game. Gaia has her hand partially cut off and you finish the job to get her out of the way. Open Sesame. Open the gates of Tisiphone, I think that word is, guys. 61.9% common trophy, part of the story. So not much to say about that. Rescue Me, Save Pandora. That one is a 56.1% common trophy. Pandora is trapped inside Pandora's box, or near Pandora's box, which is the weapon you use to kill Ares in God of War 1. The whole game is about hope and living with hope, and if you have no hope, doing what you can to regain hope. There is quite a good message in this game, I have to say, guys, and the end of the game is very story heavy, really, for a God of War game. It's a good game, to be honest, a good story. Three Wise Men solve the three judges. This one is a 54.4% common trophy. There is a room in the game with the three judges giving you tasks, and you have to complete these tasks and pull levers on the judges to make them Oh god, open up the path for the next section of the game. Hitman, perform a 1000 hit combo. This one is a 4.7 ultra rare trophy. Now this one, guys, on both times with God of War 3, I did this on the last boss. I used it's like a circular sword type weapon that you pick up. I can't remember the name of it, to be honest, but that's what I used, and somehow managed to do this twice on the last boss. The last boss, as you can probably guess, is Zeus. Rip apart one Olympus Century, so that's a 70.3 common trophy. Do what it says, guys. When you're fighting one of those, do the QTE, tear it apart. Nice Tan, blind 100 enemies with the head of Helios, that is a 5.6, very rare trophy. Helios, once you've killed him, you can use his head as a torch, and you can also flash blind enemies, so do that 100 times. And that trophy will be yours. Obedience School. Deliver 50 kicks to hounds. The little dogs running around, they do grow up into Cerberus if you don't get rid of them quick enough. You just have to use your grab attack, grab them and kick them across a room. That one is 7.0, very rare. It's getting hot in here. Burn 100 enemies with the bow of Apollo. Self-explanatory, just fire your bow at 100 enemies. That is a 9.8% very rare trophy. Sold Out, summon every soul with the claws of Hades. That is a 7.7 very rare trophy. The Hades, I can't remember the spell of it. The soul spell that you get from Hades. You can choose which animal to summon. You have to go through the list and summon each one. That's best done in the arena mode, from what I remember. Bloody hell, cover Kratos in 500 buckets of blood by killing the enemies. Very simple one to do. That is a 71.3% common trophy. As you kill enemies, Kratos gets covered in blood. Just go through the game, kill things, you'll get that no problem. No Gluts, no Glory. Gut 3 Centaur Generals. That is a 53.8% common trophy, that one, guys. They are like mini boss type things, and just fight them, do the QTE, do that 3 times and you will get that trophy. Hitting Your Stride, upgrade any weapon to the next level. 75.5% common trophy. As in all of the God of War games, guys, upgrade your weapons using the red orbs. Sibling Rivalry, kill Hercules. Titan Slayer, kill Kronos. And Retribution, kill Zeus. And Hooker, kill Hades. They are all between 52.4% common and 72.1% common. I just thought I'd do all them in one, guys, because they're just the boss trophies. So as you go through the game, you will get those. Freezer Burn, acquire the Boreas Ice Storm. That is your ice spell. That is a 57.8% common trophy. Seeing things from a different perspective. Solve Hera's Gardens. 59% common trophy. Now I like this one, guys. You have to use a talisman of some kind, and you hold it up in certain areas, and it moves the perspective of the gardens. It's much like an Escher puzzle, and you have to use this to get stairs to go a certain direction. It's hard to explain, but it is a really good little section, and it can be quite tricky, to be honest. Eye Candy, collect all of the Gorgon Eyes, collect all of the Phoenix Feathers, and collect all of the Minotaur Horns. Again, these all range from 20.7% rarity up to 32.4% rarity. They are all your collectibles, so the same as all the other God of Wars. Maxed Out, completely upgrade all weapons. That one is a 25.5% rare trophy. Vengeance Complete, beat the game. That one is 47.7% rare, so beat the game, self-explanatory. Up to the Challenge, beat the Challenge of Olympus. That one is a 6.1% rare trophy. Now, I have to say, guys, they're not as hard as the first God of War. They're probably on a par with the second, which weren't that hard, really. So you shouldn't really have any problems with that. Unhuman, beat Titan mode. That one is a 6.0% very rare trophy. Now, I don't think that one is in the PS4 list, guys. I don't think you have to beat it on Titan mode. I could be wrong, but from what I believe, you do not. You have to beat the game on hard mode on the PS4. Priceless, collect all of the godly possessions. That one is a 7.0% very rare trophy. So, when you're playing the game, you will come across certain items of the gods that you've killed, or, Poseidon's trident, Hades' mask, things like that. There are a few of them to find. They're not overly difficult to find, to be honest. Whenever you're in an area where one of the gods is, just look around and you should find it. And Amazed, beat the labyrinth without dying or failing. That one is a 4.1% ultra rare trophy. Now, the labyrinth is very reminiscent of a film called Cube, which is a great film, guys. There you go, a little film plug for you. If you haven't seen Cube, there are quite a few of them now. I think there's 4 of them. They are well worth watching. They're sort of prototype Saw films where people are trapped in a cube, and there are adjoining cubes with traps in them, and they have to get through them. That is basically what that section of the game is. Can be a little bit tricky. Do it on easy, guys. That's what I would say, because it's a pain in the arse if you have to keep doing it. But yeah, that is God of War 3. Like I say, you have to do hard mode on the PS4, not Titan mode. I do remember that is one difference. The game, as a closing chapter of a trilogy, it is a great game. Some really good ideas in there, guys, and at the time the graphics and the set pieces were absolutely amazing. So well worth playing. It's on PS Plus. Damn it, guys, get it, play it. It is so worthwhile to play. Probably the best God of War game, going, apart from the new one. The new one does beat it, but of the original God of War type game, it is the best one. So that's it for this week, guys. I'm going to go. Like I say, sorry about my voice, and sorry about the battery running out, because that was just a bit silly, really. God of War 3, play it. Next week, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. I might take a break from God of War, but I'm sure you'll find that out when the time comes. So I will talk to you soon, and as always, Sidders 1978 on the PSN, at Sydney on the Twitter, through the Trophy Horse Facebook group, or Sid at Proven Gamer on the email. And I will talk to you soon, guys. Thanks for listening, and keep getting those trophies. Bye.
Wow. Okay, we're back. I just woke up from my nap. Anybody else?
I'm sweaty.
Wow.
That was a lot.
Thank you, Sid.
Yeah. I got some good rest in. But because I took a nap, I still don't know what the hell he talked about.
Oh, God. These next 2 fucking topics that we're picking are going to put everyone to sleep.
Well, I'm actually I'm actually skipping the second one.
Okay. Well, the second one really is a non-story. This first one, everyone's talking about it. We got to get in on this thing. This is going to be good. We're going to have some fun.
Okay. Again, this article is coming from IGN, and the title of the article is Spider-Man fans are arguing about puddle sizes.
Right. You mean like actual puddle sizes?
Well, the basis of this this conversation is in the E3 demo, in the scene where they were fighting at the construction site, you could literally see puddles on the ground.
Okay.
Now, you cannot see those puddles anymore, as they have reworked the game and done better things. And now people are complaining that, again, this is like Watch Dogs, where we saw one thing and we're be given something of a lesser quality in the end.
So they're saying that we were shown that, look, this game's really fancy. It can handle all this different stuff going on, and now it's not there.
Well, their response was the best. Is that part of this article?
Yes, I'm going to get to it.
Let's get to that.
Okay, the article comes from Nick Sangelosi.
Sangelosi.
Sangelo.
Gesundheit.
Santangelo.
It says some
Santander Bank.
Some gamers are looking forward to Spider-Man's release next week and claiming Insomniac Games has downgraded Spider-Man's visuals, leading to smaller puddles and several overall perceived problems. A Reddit post from Thursday morning by Gullum Jewel compares Spider-Man's E3 and release screenshots and is nearing 7,000 upvotes and 1,000 comments. Redditors are arguing over whether or not the textures look worse in the release versions, but one thing everyone agrees on is that once was a giant puddle is now a smaller puddle. Whether or not consumers will let this lead to buying decisions is unknown. While some fans have made jokes that it would be a silly reason not to buy Spider-Man, others are sticking to their guns and letting Insomniac hear about it on Twitter. The Twitter complaints have been coming in for more than a week, with some of the earliest ones calling it a downgrade and hypothesizing that the puddles were scaled back to save resources and keep the frame rate steady. Insomniac ruled out both. Quote, "It's just a change in the puddle size. There's no downgrade at all," end quote, responded the studio's Twitter account. Continuing, Insomniac added that Spider-Man still has, quote, "plenty of other places with tons of puddles," end quote. However, that did not shut down the Puzzle Inquisition. In the same Twitter conversation, another fan alleged that Spider-Man's costume and shadow, along with a number of other things in the environment, has been downgraded. Community director James Stevenson chimed in from his personal account to say that simply wasn't true. Quote, "I'm telling you, I talked to the technical and engineering and art staff and looked at the live code from this of the final build," end quote. "There is no downgrade," end quote. Instead, explained Stevenson, what gamers are seeing was merely a change in the position of the sun between screenshots and was responsible for most of the differences. It's a claim that's been supported by someone claiming to be a 3D rendering artist posted in the Reddit thread, but the downgrade claims have seemed to persisted unabated. Stevenson insisted, quote, "It's not a downgrade. Downgrade implies we were showed something that not possible as a trick or reduced capabilities. Neither of those are true," end quote. He also added these sorts of complaints are why developers are hesitant to publicly show games while they're in production, which I have to agree with. I'm sorry, that's my personal quote. Elsewhere, Stevenson has claimed that the puddle was simply moved, and the perceived Spider-Man suit downgrade is also being caused in the video, but being caused in part by video compression. Finally, he added that he's, quote, "pretty sure," end quote, "the puddle in question was moved for design, usability, and or art reasons, not performance." Okay, now I read that entire article, but go give it a click because they deserve it. So, Yield, I'm going to start with you because I know that you really haven't been following Puddlegate here.
No, I haven't.
So I don't know if you clicked on the link and you're seeing the changes.
All right.
As Jarvis is talking on my phone, but I'm going to give you the floor to start off.
Well, hold on here. Let me see the puddle difference.
Oh, I don't know if you can see the puddle difference. Can you?
Well,
yeah,
no,
you can.
Not in the article.
I'm clicking on the picture right now.
The thing while Yield is thinking, the thing that's really silly about this is that, like, you have people who, you said it has over 1,000 comments. There's no way 1,000 or even 900 or even 500 or 100 or 50 or 5 of those people does this for a living. Like, what the fuck? Who are you to like? Shut up. Yes, you could say, "Wow, the puddle size definitely looks like it's smaller," and that's about where the debate should end. For people who have no education in this, in design or 3D art or anything.
To be honest, when I first saw this, and they were talking about how you can see the puddle in this picture, but you can't see the puddle in this picture, my first initial thought was, okay, they took out the puddle. How does that downgrade the quality? Because now you're not getting a puddle, the quality must be worse?
Okay, I see what they're saying, like in the second picture where the puddle is a lot smaller. I don't know.
Look at the picture of their suits.
I just figure that, so one's brighter and the other one's darker.
One's shinier. The OMG, the PS4 is a piece of shit because they have to downgrade the Spider-Mans to make it look good.
It does look like the left picture, especially the red through the hip down to the leg. That on the right picture, it does look fuzzier. I mean, that could just be how the picture was taken. That may not be from the system. But I don't know. To me, it just sounds like a bunch of people want to bitch about something, and they found a reason to bitch.
Want to be starting something. They want to be starting something.
I mean, wait for the game to come out, play it, and then complain.
Yeah.
I mean, either you're going to buy it or you're not going to buy it. Either you're going to love it or you're not going to love it. To me, it just sounds like, I don't know, fanboyism.
People are going to complain regardless. Where is the Iron Man? He is not in this game. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that was another complaint I saw. Not bringing more into this. Somebody was actually bitching that Iron Man is not in the game because they apparently want like the Homecoming connection. Like they said, this is not a part of the MCU.
It's its own story.
Yeah.
Which,
But
Yeah, well,
because
most
everybody's
people are
big
idiots.
into the movies.
which is good, which is perfectly fine.
Most people are idiots.
Not everything needs to connect.
Statistically
Especially Microsoft.
speaking, one of the three of us is an idiot.
Not it.
I'm just
Not it.
just stating the facts here. 1 out of 3 people is an idiot.
So I know who my vote goes to.
I already called not it, so
I don't speak not words good.
Yeah. Basically, I think the three of us were all in conjunction. If I'm speaking for you, please correct me. But I think we're all basically telling you, shut the fuck up and just play the game.
pretty much.
Play your damn video games.
Like, come on. Like, I understand. Like, even if they had to downgrade it, which I'm not saying they did, even if they had to downgrade it, how many times have you turned around and said, "Oh, this game looks like shit," and then people turn around and said, "Oh, but it plays great."
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. At this point, we're going to close out the show with some housekeeping.
Let's clean this shit up.
That's not your job.
Sorry.
They're forced to yield when Alex is in here.
Oh, okay.
Let's clean this shit up.
At least the hierarchy is clear and defined now. I see where
Yeah,
I
you're-
stand.
You are the F and G.
Does it go as in trophy count order?
No, it goes in
Right,
how
because
long you've been on the
this
show.
would be Sid's fucking show. Booyah.
Just do the housekeeping, Steven.
All right, fine. Proven Gamer is looking for some help. So if you want to help, go to provengamer.com and fill out a help wanted tab. You could sign up to be a writer if you'd like, if that's your digs. If you could edit videos, we could definitely use those. We haven't posted a video ever, mostly because none of us can do anything. Podcasters, you got your own podcast? Do you think it deserves to be on the Proven Gamer Podcast Network? I don't know. Maybe fill out a help wanted. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. Maybe you're a streamer and you want to stream games. You could do that too. Maybe we'll throw you on our Twitch rotation. Twitch.tv/provengamer. Anyway, if you want to be a part of the show, you could do so by emailing us, trophyhorse@provengamer.com. That's trophyhorse@provengamer.com. You could also leave us a voicemail at our phone number, 330-PROVEN9. That's 330-776-8369. That's 330-776-8369. And you could also follow the show on Twitter at trophyhorse and Proven Gamer at Proven Gamer. And you can follow Tricky at Tricky Mick. You can follow myself. I am at Batchild27. And Yield is at I Yield to No One. That's how we
All right.
roll. And Alex is at Sondosaurus Rex.
All right, Steven, I got to cut you off for a second.
Okay.
Yield.
Yes.
I have to give you an update.
An update.
I had to give you an update.
Okay.
Just for S&Gs,
Yeah.
I decided to call 330-776-8639.
Yeah.
It is no longer a sex hotline.
Oh. Must have got shut down.
So you can't raise your phone bill no more.
Okay.
Damn.
Darn.
Damn.
They were supposed to tell me when they were doing that. I must have missed.
I-
I must have missed the text.
That's all right. I got a notification the other day saying my Proven Gamer email was reaching its storage limit.
Yeah.
So I went in and started deleting all the emails because I had like 5,000 emails in there. apparently I got a press pass to a local New York City event, Play NYC, and they just sent it to me. I didn't apply for it or anything. They just sent it to me, and apparently I got approved, and the event was 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
They sent me approval 6 hours before the event.
Did they really?
Yeah. I was like, sorry guys, got plans. Thanks though for that.
You do remember this was the event last year that me, the goddess, Luke, we all went to. We literally walked the entire show in 45 minutes, and at about 40 minutes, the goddess went to the bathroom, came out, and said, "We have to go. There's a cockroach the size of my hand in there."
Opa. Well, hey.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to be a part of the Proven Gamer family, there are other ways you could do so. You could listen to our other shows. We have PG Spoilers, which is an unedited, unfiltered show that you, pointing at you in the camera, but there's no camera, can be a part of.
Well, they might as well be a part of it because we sure aren't.
True that. We also have Nintendo Dual Screens, which I am a host of. That's a Nintendo.
Which you guys have been killing it lately.
Murdering
Except for when Steven posts the wrong audio in the mornings.
Well, see, what had happened was...
What had happened was...
So it was like Tricky losing the best PG spoilers ever.
Yes, no, posting the same...
This is actually better.
And posting the same Sophie's Trophies 3 weeks in a row. So what happened was, when I put the theme song, I copy it and paste it from another Audacity edit, because it's like leveled and all that stuff. So I cut and I paste it in, and then it didn't show up. And I'm like, why didn't it show up? I'm like, shit, did I screw something up? So I go back and I do it again. I put it in the right spot. Apparently, I had cut a piece of the audio that I didn't know that I cut. So it pasted the song in the middle, like just in the middle of the show. Just 28 minutes in, it just started playing the opening theme song. So it was really bizarre, but it like 45 seconds of the show was really confusing there for a little bit.
The whole show is confusing. Don't say for 45 minutes.
It was pretty confusing. My daughter makes an appearance on this week's show because this whole house has been sick, so she woke up at like 11 o'clock for no damn reason. In the middle of us recording, she's crawling around the kitchen, yelling and all that stuff. It was a fun week. Episode 62. Go check it out. We also have Game Stuff, which is a general games discussion podcast hosted by Kalai, Matt, and sometimes Roberto, depending if he's like, I don't know, home or he seems to be traveling the planet these days. Just sit down someplace, Roberto. You can find all of those podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher.
Just sit down.
Just sit down somewhere. Google Play, really any podcast app, and you can find Nintendo Dual Screens and this show that you are listening to right now on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Please review and subscribe. Another way you can be a part of our community is the PlayStation 4 communities. We have a Proven Gamer community. We have a Trophy Whores community, which is called the T-Dubs Brothel, because Shuhei Yoshida won't let us say whores for some reason, but you know, Pangus6969 could be his friggin' username forever. And Yield also has a community called the Platinum Guild, where if you score a beautiful platinum trophy, you could go in there and post it for everyone to see, and everybody will oogle at it and ogle at it. And that's how you can get in touch with us and hang out with us.
Still, the best PSN name I've ever seen was, I'm not gay, but $5 is $5.
True. It's got a point. True. And that's going to bring us to our sponsors. Can I kick it over to you on this one, Tricky? My throat's a little parched.
So get something to drink. I do it every week.
I'm empty, though. I'm running on empty here.
My God. First sponsor is Extra Life. You'll tell us about Extra Life.
So, Extra Life is a 24-hour video game charity event. I'm doing it.
I know, but the way Steven responded, like, wow.
I'm rolling with it.
Go ahead. I was joking, but go ahead.
It's a 24-hour video game charity event, which benefits the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So, if you have a Children's Miracle Network Hospital near you, you can play for that hospital. If you want to play for a hospital clear across the country, it's up to you. The one thing that you need to know and understand is that 100% of the monies that you earn go to said hospital that you sign up for. Hey, speaking of sign up, if you want to sign up, you go to extra-life.org and you can create your own team. You can join a team. You can get a bunch of people together and create a team that way. Or you can join our team, Proven Gamer. We have a team. Look us up in the search icon. We'll pop up. You can be like, hey, I want to join their team. Voila, there you go. You can get some freebie stuff by earning some money. They hand out some prizes, I think. But ultimately what it is you get people to donate money to you. You get to play video games for 24 hours on November 3rd. Really 25 because of daylight savings time ending. So, there you go.
All right. And you could also, I got some Extra Life news. I have officially rejoined the Extra Life stream team. So you can catch me and Sweet Mama D streaming every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. over at twitch.tv/Extra Life 4 kids. And you can come over there, support us, donate, give your bits, do whatever you got to do. And we'll tell you how you can join Extra Life. So if you are more interested in Extra Life, you can come watch me and Sweet Mama D stream. We did our first stream today because we were actually today as of the recording, because my mother decided to have her Labor Day barbecue a day ahead. So we had to adjust. So you catch stream us there. We are also sponsored by Amazon. If you could and would, each and every time you do your shopping on Amazon, stop by Proven Gamer first, click on any Amazon link, and continue with your normal shopping. Doesn't cost you anything extra and does help out the site tremendously. If you're interested in helping out the site, you can go to patreon.com/Proven Gamer and donate and support us at any whatever tier you want, no matter what tier you support us at. Know that it's greatly appreciated and does help to keep the lights on here, so we can keep paying all the guests that come on Nintendo dual screens.
Indeed.
Wow, nothing from Steven.
Indeed.
By the way, Steven, I gotten lots of praise for your intro last week.
Oh, good. Good.
A lot of people were happy with that.
Excellent.
Didn't feel it was deserved.
Well,
but they liked your quality of work.
That's what counts in the long run there, Tricky.
Yes. All right, with that being said, let's close out the show with some shout-outs. Yield, lead us off.
As always, shout out to the Whoredom, the pimps and the madams of the Whoredom, downloading, listening, spreading everything that is Trophy Horse and Proven Gamer. Thank you. Shout out to Dricky Steven and Alex, even though he is out and about enjoying his Labor Day weekend. Thank you to all of you fine gentlemen. A shout out to Rebellion for Strange Brigade. Kind of somewhat of a step out of the norm for them, but I'm enjoying their game. Shout out to Rocket League, Psionics, for just when you think you can kind of maybe put the game down for a little bit, they do a little something to bring you back in.
Mm-hmm.
And just a shout out to all the great games that are coming out at the end of this year. Every year you think you can't top this year. There's just no way. And then as the year rolls on, you're just like, they did it again. At least that's what I do. I've gotten to the point now where I just don't even say it anymore. I'm just like, well, let's see what happens next year.
Alrighty.
Video
Steven.
games. Shout out to acetaminophen and ibuprofen, common brands Tylenol and Advil. Without ye, I would not get through this weekend. As we have progressed during the show, I feel a little something happening in my throat. So, the hand, foot, and mouth, aka Coxsackie, is coming for me, gentlemen. It's coming for me. I know it. I think maybe I'll just spray some Lysol on my throat.
That'll
See
work.
That will turn out well.
I think so. It's lemon.
Hey,
I mean, it's all natural.
It'll kill all the germs. You're good.
99.99% of it. Sure.
Kill you, and it has a 99.9% chance of killing you.
Make sure you inhale that and get that down your lungs to get rid of all the stuff down there too.
99.9% chance of killing me. So you're saying there's a chance. Shout out to Mom for making chicken cutlets tonight, because we have been just a mess here at the Fontana household. that we haven't really cooked for ourselves. So Mama Fontana made some delicious chicken cutlets, which I ate just prior to recording. And she made us spaghetti and meatballs yesterday, which was lovely. Shout out to my wife, who stuck through it pretty long, but today she was hit with the dreaded disease. So hopefully we can get through the rest of the week. And shout out to labor unions for fighting tooth and nail, blood, sweat, and tears, literally getting kicked out on the street, beaten in the street, robbed of their dignity and respect, just so that they can get the respect that they deserve. And as a proud member of a union and a proud general contractor that hires union-only subcontractors, we thank you for that. And with that, I will kick it over to Tricky.
Well, with that being said, I just want you to know that I hired some scabs to build my bridges in Bridge Constructor Portal. Come on, that was good. Shout out to the goddess, who is currently waiting to make me chicken cutlets. You hear her laugh? You hear her laugh in the background? Shout out to Sweet Mama D, who streamed with me today. Oh, excuse me. I have an update.
Correction.
Shout out to the goddess who just handed me chicken cutlets.
Whoa, baby.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Shout out to Sweet Mama D, who streamed with me today. Spent some quality time with her. Big twerp you to Abstract, who sold me a bill of goods by telling me that their cookies and cream vape flavor was good. It is absolute trash. And now I have over 360 milliliters of this trash that I don't want to smoke.
And you were so jazzed for that.
I so was. And now I have to suffer through 360 milliliters of this stuff.
Just take it in big puffs.
Yummy.
You would think it would taste like ice cream, and it tastes like ass.
Tastes like ass cream.
So if there's nothing else, until next week, happy trophy hunting.
See ya.
Be excellent to each other.
Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this. Save your last words, then riddle me this.
The theme song is Venus by the band Even off their album Zenith. Permission granted by the band and 12 Stone Records. You can find them on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/evenphilippines.